Good morning and welcome to Local Business Focus. I'm Sally Barker. Joining us this morning is Peter Trenaman from Groupsupport, proud station sponsor. Good morning, Peter.
Good morning, Sally. How are you this morning?
I'm well, thank you. How
Excellent.
are you?
I'm surprisingly well. My hamstring is coming along nicely. It's repairing itself because I'm regularly going out and exercising and stretching it. My business is doing well because I'm regularly reviewing the procedures and processes and all that sort of stuff. And that's part of what all these talks are about, encouraging you as a business owner to do the right thing, to be out there looking at your business, liberating yourself to be the instigator of your business, giving yourself the right structures and right places to do, using technology to actually create the things you need to create.
Taking care of your health and your business as well.
Absolutely, yeah. Taking time out of the technology, taking time out of the business to actually think about what you're using, how you're using the technology, and getting advice, getting the right advice. Just to recap a couple of things we've spoken about. We've spoken about having the right person in place to consult, to talk to, avoid the 3 F's, which are the family, free, and friends, because there's no investment and you're not investing anything to get their advice. So you'll pick and choose and you won't get the best deal. It won't be, it won't suit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now there are exceptions there, and I take notice from some of my colleagues and friends who've said, that's the wrong thing and la la la. However, the basic concept still applies. You need something that is specific for your business, and anything we say this morning is only going to be general, okay? But the concept is the thing that's the issue. The concept is what I'm trying to get across to you. What are you doing about this concept? We're talking about employing the best, getting a decent printer, getting a decent person, getting a consultant that actually puts together some decent procedures and protocols for you, getting a decent insurance person that's not going to rip you off, it's going to advise you, getting a decent marketing and advertising network, getting some decent networking groups with you. All those things, they're not necessarily technology, they're just part of business. But what I'm talking about today is more than that. It's the technology, it's using the technology and making effective use of the technology by feeding your pipeline.
Mm-hmm.
And feeding your pipeline is something that all the salespeople in the world understand. And I need to sort of explain a little bit more for those people who don't.
Yeah, so tell us, what is a pipeline?
A pipeline is, if you imagine a hose or a water pipe or something like that, you put things in one end and it comes out the other. Okay? The idea is that with a sales pipeline, you put in 100 leads. As you qualify and talk to the leads to see if they want the product and all that sort of stuff, you get less and less. So at the end, you might get 10 sales out of 100 leads. Now that's a pretty good proportion. That means that then you need to put in 1,000 leads if you want 100 sales. You need to put in 10,000 leads if you want 1,000 sales, and so on, if you know what I'm saying. So
Yeah.
If you get the idea that if you're feeding the pipeline, your sales are continuous. And the idea of getting regular income and repetitive income is your pipeline. And the tools that you use to track those things are CRMs. Okay, there's plenty of free ones available.
So people listening who haven't heard that term before, can you explain what is a CRM?
Yes, sorry. A customer relationship manager.
Yep.
Okay, and it's a tool, it's a technology tool to manage and track where a potential client is in the pipeline. So it tracks how you're talking to them. It tracks the conversation you have. And then you gauge, as a person, you gauge whether they're at level 1 or level 2. And so, for instance, you've got 3 stages in your pipeline. You've got a cold lead, you've got a warm lead, a warm preconditioned, okay, and a red ready to sell, or ready to buy, whichever way you're thinking of it. So you've got 3 stages, and each person that you speak to can be tracked by one of those 3 stages. And so getting back to the 100 to 10 analogy, you'll have 100 sitting cold leads. The moment one person moves from the cold lead to the warm lead, the warm preconditioned, once they move to the second stage, you need to replace that one in the cold lead section. So the next time when, let's use an illustration and call them numbers. Okay, so let's lose 5 in the cold leads. Okay, so as soon as number 1 moves to the second stage, you need to put number 6 in the cold leads. Now number 1 will move into the third stage, ready for sale. Number 2's dropped off because they don't need it. You know, they don't need the product or anything. So you need to have 5 leads in that cold lead area. So you've got 3, 4, 5, 6. You still need number 7 in there to build your 5. So where are you getting all these leads from? Where are you collecting all this information? Where are you getting the new contacts? Is it from repeat business? And we spoke about the procedures of repeating your business. When you send an invoice out, 4 weeks later, do you ring up and say, did you like my work? Have you got someone who might like my work too?
Mm-hmm.
Do you do that? Some people don't, some people do. Do you ask for referrals? Do you ask the clients for more business? You know, have you got anything else for me to do? A colleague of mine who's quite a marketing person, he's always on the phone asking for more work and for referrals and things like that, to such the point that he makes a pain of it.
Yeah.
Okay, so he goes the other end, but at the same time he's still doing it, and he must get some work. He must realise that that is the way to help his business.
Works for him.
It works for him. Now, it may not work for you. It doesn't work for us. Okay? The point is to have a system. And we've spoken about having systems so you can do the same thing each time. At the moment, this is not really so much as a system, it's a system of activity. And it's up to the business owner and all the sales staff to conduct that business activity in a systematic way.
Mm-hmm.
Hand out business cards, ask for referrals, recall people. So let's just take you through a scenario. I have a breakfast meeting with 30 of my colleagues who are in a networking group. We have a nice time. I know quite a lot of them I know as personal friends, but we talk about business. We make sure, and I make sure, that I ring one of them, a different one, every week. So that's 30 weeks of the year. When I finish that 30 cycle, I'll start again and ring them again. So I'll ring each one of them. I'll ring one of them each week and say, let's have coffee. How can we do business? Now, even if I know James or Wayne or whoever it is that I'm talking to, I know what they do. The opportunities are all there, and being a system, it means that I'm making sure that I'm refreshing what I'm doing, so I'm not getting stale. I'm not getting, what haven't we thought of? So I'm talking to Wayne. What haven't we thought of? Where can we get new business together? Or what new clients have you got that I can help? Or what new clients have I got that you can help? Have I talked to a CEO that needs his expertise at procedures and protocols? Has he got a client, or was he talking to someone who's need of IT, or need of a speechwriter, need of a, for a journalistic thing, for your type of work? It's all about doing it systematically and making sure that on a routine basis you're reviewing what you've got, reviewing the friends, the contacts and the people you have.
Mm-hmm.
I have a client, let's call him Frank. A bit of a joke for the people who haven't listened before, that Frank is the name of all my clients that I talk about. And Frank has been wanting to buy this piece of software for 3.5 years. I ring him every month, and say, hi Frank, how you going? And he goes, good. Like, what's life doing? How's your wife, kids, been on holidays? How's your cash flow? Can you afford the software? Is there any new things? He's been putting this off for so long, okay, that the business that sold the software has been bought out and they've changed the model that they're buying, okay? So he's actually going to buy the software now because it's changed the model, because he's can now afford the lesser of the two versions that they've got. He's had 8 calls from people in the last week to buy it. But because I've been speaking with him for 3.5 years, he says, no, I'll buy it from you because you've persevered and you've let me know what's going on. And if I hadn't spoken to you, if I hadn't have been speaking to you, then I wouldn't have actually known that the software has changed.
Right.
Do you know what I'm saying? So the relationship is part of the thing that actually engenders the sale, and that's the same the world over. It's more so in Perth, and if you're listening in other countries or other cities, there are some areas of life, business, and every other dealing within humanity. Some you don't care who is serving you, and others you do. Some of the relationships matter, and some they don't. And in Perth, they matter a lot because we like to buy local, and we like local radio stations, advertising, and helping our businesses, which is what I'm doing right now.
Yep.
So the idea being that you are looking after people around you by caring for them and having a relationship with them, and the side effect of that is getting the sale. But that's a system of actually keeping in touch with people, and that's a sales system. And in a purely mercenary point of view, the more times you ring them, the more likely they are to buy. So statistically, I've found that if I ring someone 10 times, okay, they'll buy.
And do you get to that point where you think it's number 6, number 7?
Yes.
Have I, overstepped the mark? Are they sick of me ringing, or?
Oh, well, I mean, if you ring, every day, then that's harassment, and that's going to get you in trouble.
Yes.
But if you ring it once a month and you tell them, I'll ring you again next month. That's okay. I'll ring you again next month. Don't want to take up your time. You don't want to speak to me today. That's fine. I'll ring you again next month.
Yeah.
So you're setting the expectation.
Are you talking about cold calling here?
No.
No?
No, I'm talking about people that I'm talking to about buying a new server or antivirus, or if I'm offering new expertise in VPN software or an education session in what's new in telephony or VoIP. The NBN is morphing and changing as we speak. There's now 4 components of the NBN, if you didn't know. Talking to my clients about that and making time for them, some of them don't want to know right now.
Right.
So I ring up and say, have you got time for this today or next week? No? Well, I'll ring again next month and I'll do it. It's all about sales. So just getting back to the system of feeding your pipeline. You're going to networking events. You're going to dinner parties. You're going out to your footy team. Do you hand out your cards there, or is that not your style? Where's your system of putting your business out there? Do you encourage your staff to do the same? Do you ask your staff, where are you going? Where can you advertise? Do you talk to your clients and say, who can you propose? Who can you advertise our services to that expand your network? Now, on a regular basis, I ring all my clients and say, have you got any more referrals for me? And I always say, have you got any more? Even if they've never given me any. Because I've already given you one. No, I haven't. But I've got some more. I've got others from other people. And I have got others from other people. And the important thing is the phrasing and the relationship and having the expectation that people say, haven't got time now, or no, I don't like you today, or yes, I love you, there's 15 people to talk to. There's a whole range of things. But it's all about the communication and being regular and systematic about feeding the pipeline, feeding those numbers to come in, because business is all about numbers, about percentages. The more that you can get in, the better your percentage of actually getting the sale, the better your percentage about making the percentage of profit you need. And of course, profit is everything in business, long or short term. So the idea of actually feeding your pipeline with numbers, getting out there, feeding your pipeline, making it a system, networking, advertising, marketing, whatever works for you, systematically. Remind yourself, be accountable to your staff about it. Be accountable to you about it. Make sure that if you make an appointment for yourself to do the cold calls, do the warm calls, do the follow-up calls, do the referral calls, that you follow through and do it. Don't put it off. Get it done. Use the technology that you have, the software that you have to manage these things so you know the list of 10 people you've got to ring today about referrals. There's software available, like, sort of your trusted IT provider can help you find the software that suits you best. But use the technology to expand or to maintain or expand your business, whichever one. Don't make it hard for yourself. Make it easy. Make it a system. So Okay, today I've got to ring 10 people. So I ring 2 today, 2 in the morning, 2 at lunchtime, 2 in the afternoon, 2 in the evening, and that's only 8. Okay, well, 2 in the morning today. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't like
Yeah.
cold calling.
No.
But
well, I mean that's really helpful, and that most people listening will be able to now put down some sort of a system, and well, there you go, 8 people a day, 10 people a day.
Absolutely.
Yep. Get on the phone and
that's right.
And ask for referrals. I think that's the important thing that maybe we often forget. Ask for referrals.
That's right. That's right. Because our customers, for the most part, in the warm glow of a satisfying job, a project, a completion of something, in that warm glow, yeah, I might have someone who might know. And even if they don't, they've got the thought in their head.
Yeah.
And so next time you ask, oh yeah, you did ask me before. I did have that idea, And so the more you say, the more people get used to it.
All right, wonderful. Thank you so much for your advice today. And thank you so much for joining us on Local Business Focus. Peter Trenaman from Group Support, proud station sponsor.
Thanks for having me.